Hi guys, it's the last Tidbit Tuesday of February, and we're going to start things off for March a little bit early. Celebrating here in the States, March is Reading Month, so of course we'll discuss reading. What the heck. For myself, I am not reading any of my books. I have a strict, adamant policy about going back and rereading my works once they're published. They mess with the mind when you're trying to write things in the future. However, I'm in the middle of 3 books that I'm going to be starting, well, I've started and I'm going to be continuing on through the month of March. The first is one that I got for my birthday, which is What Would Jane Do? It is a collection of quotes and wisdoms from the eminent author Jane Austen, which I know it sounds like a very dull read, but is actually quite enjoyable, and I find not only interesting but insightful, not only into the Victorian era and the status of women at that time, but the status of women today and how we look at our world and how we take part in it. So, thus far, I recommend it. I'm also rereading Millennium Snow, which is a manga series written by Bisco Hattori, more popularly known for Ouran High School Host Club, which I have never read or watched. However, Millennium Snow is a very enjoyable series. I've already read it once. This will be my second time reading it through. Granted, it's a little bit rough around the edges. It's one of her first works, but it's very enjoyable. It has some very good points in it. The artwork's a little bit sketchy, but the points it makes on not only life, but how people perceive life and living are quite potent and insightful in some ways. So, and of course I enjoy the humor in it. I think it's absolutely hysterical at certain points. The third and final book that I'm reading for this month is The Revenge of the Dwarves, which is also the third book in the Dwarves series by Marcus Heights. This will be the first time for me reading it. I have read the first and second books. I greatly admire Marcus Heights. I enjoy his books a lot. They're tremendous world building. They really take you out of this world and into one of his own making. Frankly, I have never really been big on dwarves. I'm more of an elf person when it comes to stories and Tolkien and Dungeons and Dragons and everything. I'm more of an elf type. So it surprised me when I got suckered into the dwarf series and enjoying it and finding myself wanting to learn more and read more about it and go further into the world that is created, the world of Girdlegard. So of course those are my 3 books for the month of March, and reading month, and enjoying it. It's not to say that I don't read the rest of the 365 days a year, but of course everybody tends to focus a little bit more for the month of March. In Michigan, that's usually because it's still wet and rainy and cold. What are you going to do but stay inside, and if you're not playing video games, you're reading. That's not to say, of course, that I'm not writing at the same time. I am definitely hard at work on Ice Phoenix. I've officially crossed the 100-page mark, which is a sense of accomplishment for me, and well on my way to the 150-page mark. Enjoying the development of my characters and bringing it around, and hopefully doing as well as these authors that I've mentioned and bringing you guys into my world. Comment in the sections below and wherever you're viewing this video from, be it Facebook, YouTube, whatever, on what you guys are reading. I'd be interested, and who knows, I might find some new authors to check out and read. Until next week and our first Tidbit Tuesday of March.